Hello, welcome to Chrysalis Invictus Tarot. Tonight I have a very special channeled messages reading for you, ancestral fire messages from your ancestors. In this reading, I am going back 9 generations. So it said that ancestral trauma lives for 7 years. 7 generations, pardon me. So we're going back to the grandparents of whatever ancestral trauma you are working through or healing or becoming aware of at this time. I have 5 piles for you. You can make your selections by deck. We have the Golden Tarot and this stone. We have the Cathar Tarot, the Greer Tarot with the Amazonite, the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot, and the Aquarian Tarot. So grounding now through the soles of your feet or through your root, taking deep breaths in and out. We call upon our ancestors and guides. We ask to be seen and shown messages from 9 generations ago. Whatever helps us to align with the lessons we are learning at this time, to help illuminate the way forward or to reignite something that has been lost. When you have made your selection, I will meet you at your pile. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the Golden Tarot or the Mukite or the number 1, whatever brought you here, welcome. Let's take a look at your cards. The Dancer of Reconciliation, the Ancestor of Illusion, just give me a moment while I connect with the energies in this card. Through your family, there has been passed on a gift of illusion, a gift of storytelling. A gift of, I'm hearing, shining the marble brighter than it shines on its own. The Irish gift of the gab, perhaps. I'm sinking deep, deep into the ground. And it smells like moss and damp. And it feels damp. There is a guarded bridge over a water. Some part of this emotional chasm cannot be bridged. While the gift of illusion is at work. Down, down, down. down into your subconscious. And hypnosis, the gift of trance. When you believe your illusions as your ancestors have, you've drawn a black line around your heart and nothing can get over it. Hold my heart and know it is foreign. We are broken and broken and broken over and over. It goes beyond 7. More like 10 or 11 since we last fully knew the breeze upon the face. We hope Granda is in heaven, if heaven be a place. There's more grit and dirt in the root that needs clearing. No one feels safe. Everyone's reacting. Biting into moldy bread and rotten fruit. And the charms are an illusion. We survive by them. We eat laughter. Like it's fruit. Because the fruit is rotten. And something would happen, always happens. Read Christina Rossetti's Goblin Market for that story. I've got no more wisdom for you than you have yourself. You know, and you've felt it. It swims around the edges of your body. Sometimes it dips in when you're half asleep, half awake. That monster, like an eel, has been tracing the edges of our line for ages. I wonder why no one fishes it out. Chops it up, eats it for breakfast. It's only a little squiggly thing. Maybe it's because it goes invisible when you're looking. I ask you to dare. I ask you to see. I ask you to know what you know from your dreams. There's no tunnel vision. that is too tight to let this through. It is such a small thing. I'm counting on you to see it. I'll help you. But you gotta watch your dreams. It's there. I've shown you. So it feels like two very distinct ancestors. This one really came through with an Irish accent that I was trying not to speak too much in. I didn't want to offend anyone, but it was a very heavy Irish accent. And this one was much more abrupt. So let's take a look at your tarot cards and see what they have to say. You have the King of Cups, and that was pulled reversed. The Knight of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. So from these cards, I'm really getting this Irish. It's actually worked out kind of perfectly. I'm going to start here because this is the louder voice. Blast back, blast back, blast back. Notice when your body feels that shock that splits open from the center. When the heart aches so deeply that you cannot swallow. When is it happening? When do you hear the screaming? When do you feel like reaching for something that isn't there? Like you're falling off a cliff and reaching for anything that will keep you from falling. There is a history of rotten conflict, of victimhood, of sour milk, curdling, sitting, bubbling. Years and years of thick resentment. The fire is in the canopy. The fire is in the fresh air above the flames. If you can survive the thick, dark smoke that has consumed every generation before you, and take a sip of the fresh air, outside of the tablespoon is a chair. And it's filled with someone learning to look. You will teach them how to live with the fresh air outside of the smoke. This is the cycle breaker. This is the one with the hair. A burning emblem, a sacred book. A council meeting. That looks like a circus. So keep in mind with channeled messages that sometimes they don't immediately make sense. There were some, I don't remember the messages, I don't remember entirely what I say, but I know that sometimes things come out in riddles as they are meant to. And over here, with our King of Cups reversed, deep, deep hurt. It's a dark channel and like a current. It's a hook in the mouth. It's being caught and be caught in the trap. And it's men making decisions for other people's bodies. It's manipulation. It's rotten reproduction. And there's a weight attached to every right ankle of the people of this line. Cut them free. The ancestral fire is knowing where to look. And his patience and perseverance and driving the mailbox around to look for the letter. Harboring a fugitive. Knowing the weather. Seemingly random tools. That are not random at all. Hold your boundaries strong. Hold them. Keep looking and cut yourself free. Okay. So this is what I have for you, pile number 1. If you have any questions or want to connect with me, please leave a comment down below, and we'll see you soon. Hello, welcome to your reading, pile number 2. So these messages are channeled, and they may not make immediate sense. They may come in riddles. I may just be spurting out random words, and it is for you to discern what this means to you. We're looking 9 generations back in your ancestry to see what we can see. What messages are there for you? We're going to start with the Shaman cards. Hunter of conflict. Feel that one in my bones. Okay. And the Shaman of birth. Together we are quieter than you might think. These are lost pregnancies, a line of infertility or loss that cannot be named. The bright star is a quiet place of hope. And you will find a quiet space here, tucked away. Whatever you suffer, this is a gift of your lineage to create this bright space around you and those you love. You're a healer, and you feel above, and you are full of love and lightness, brightness. And the soft has always mixed with the hard through the years. And so this softness is met with violence or suffering, but still it persists, a bright star, light, through and through and through. Can you feel it inside of you? Can you feel it light? It begins in your throat when you sing and radiates all through your body to your toes and to the crown of your head. You are a star. This is your ancestral light. Gifted. When the color breaks in your face and you're embarrassed, these are the moments of awakening. These are the signs of the places and spaces that you have to navigate. Why are you ashamed of yourself? It's the layers and layers and layers of unbirthed souls before you. The blocks and blocks and blocks. The selfishness. Reading cloths. Reading cloths. There's something that was forgotten to carry. Matching hearts, matching hearts. So many generations of poor choices. These two ancestors go together. They are united in their message. Okay, let's take a look at the tarot cards and see what we have. The Wheel of Life. The cycle completes itself with you. The Love Feast. The World of Light. The Lord of Shields. Seven of Wisdom. A and the Two of Wisdom. The broken boundaries of the previous generations are exaggerated in you. You carry them very strongly. You have been weak to others through your compassion, through your love, but this cycle ends with you. And you have no choice in this matter, as you have been chosen as the one to do this work, to carry this light through from past generations and to honor it, to bring it through. There is a wall around the hearts of the people that came before you, and you are above that. Don't even let it reach you. There's so much pain up through the spine and in the belly, and there's hunger. There's so much hunger. No one else is starving themselves to feed you. Your ancestor is she wants you to take care of yourself. To balance the wisdom and work. To put the energy into yourself and take it from those who steal it from you. She's showing me like a heart, and there's something eating away, not just something, many people eating at this heart. You can stop them. You can stop them. Access the people around you who can help you. All of a sudden the sun came out on a rainy day, and that's for you. There's so much pain that you are processing, but you are not alone. Look for the people around you. Look for teachers. Look for people who will say random things to you that are meaningful. There's so much energy here, I don't really know what to do with it. Please, if this is your pile, reach out to me, and I would really like to speak to you, because this is not enough, this reading. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to hearing from you. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. These readings have been really powerful. So if this is not your message, you will know probably fairly quickly. There could be things, random words spewed out. I'm going to be channeling. So just take what resonates and know that some things may not be obvious at this time, but will reveal themselves later. We have the Shaman of Courage and the Shaman of Purification. And the word I'm getting here is blasphemy. There's someone shitting all over your sacred and you need to clean house. It's like baked on your ancestral muck is like baked on like a baking pan where there's layers and layers of things that just keep getting baked on and on and on. And how do you clean that pan? You take it back, you strip it back, but you have to use something powerful. And this is going to take from you a lot of courage to face things bigger than you. Your magic is the personification of inanimate objects. Of understanding interactions and proportions, mixing and contortions, of new chemistry. In one part, there is a very thick gene pool. I'm getting that you may be someone who marries outside or who has children outside of that small group and who begins to cleanse the gene pool. This is on a biological level. Oh my gosh. The candle just made a sound like someone knocking at the door. I'm really getting for you that your ancestors are very present around you in your physical space. And so you can interact with them, but you can also interact with them through flames, through herb lore, through divination. There's a lot of practical magic, a lot of ritual magic in this pile. So you may be a witch. There's a very strong witch energy here. And it is through your practice that these ancestors communicate. 9 generations, 9 generations, 9 generations. And your belly is sick with the weight. It's all through birthing and reproduction that the shift happens in your family. Let's take a look at your tarot cards and see what they say. The Tower, the 7 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands, and it came up in the reverse, the 7 of Wands, and the 6 of Swords. So immigration left swords. So if your ancestors immigrated and there are residual sores from that immigration, resentments, and they are perpetually sending you through crises, especially to do with work. And passion, sex and reproduction. They want you to return home. In the center of a tower moment, return home to the place that was left, to the longing that sits in the soul. They want you to carry the weight They want you to carry the weight of what isn't infinite. To lift spiritual swords. A disbelieving crone leaves a backache. This is carried on. She died without peace, and her pain lives on. The fire is buried in the milk bucket, all covered in mechanical pus. Sores, sores, again, sores. How do you heal a sore? How do you clean a pan? This is the cycle. Tower, toil, master, depart, conflicted departure, conflicted departure after conflicted departure. Burning burdens to the ground so they are no more. And what needs to change? Is a 7. But what's missing is the 7 of Swords. A perpetual lie that has been told over and over and over and over and over. There's a belief that you have been given from generations that is keeping you stuck in this cycle. If you cease to carry it forward, you master and build, master and build. The cycle becomes your power. I'm going to leave it there for you. Pile number 3, thank you so much for joining. Hello, pile number 4, welcome to your reading. So some of the things I say may sound like riddles, they may sound like poems, there could be songs, anything could come out of my mouth, I'm channeling. So just take it how it resonates. If this is not your message, you will know very quickly. And so we'll see what your ancestors have to say. We have the ancestor of guidance, rising, rising, rising like smoke. And the spirit of love. This is a strong current of love and connection that builds. You may not even notice that they're there, but they're there with you always. Some situations you feel that have been luck have been them. Give me a moment while I see if there are any specific messages I can deliver. There's an opening or a door in the floor, and you descend the stairs. Like a cellar, a root cellar. Look around you and see what supplies are there. Just because you have forgotten these tools does not mean they are not there. There is nourishment in the root. Dig your toes into the soil and you will hear the rhythm, the banging of the drum and the flute, calling you home. Follow that trail. Feel it beneath your feet. Follow it, follow it, follow it. And dance the dance of 1,000 feet and of the heart. She blessed you with a kiss to the third eye. You see, you see, you see because of me, because I slip inside of dreams and in and out of the ears of sleepers. These stories I will weave. When you read of Queen Mab, she is like me. I am like her. These are the gifts. The gift of me is a gift in you. You can do this too. Fly between, tiptoeing quiet. You leave before anyone knows you're there. Ancestral fire is contained in a ring on your finger, and every time you wear it, you can travel like me. Have you found the ring? Let's take a look at your tarot cards. We have the Queen of Wands reversed. We'll turn her upright. And the Star. This energy here is very crone-like. It's older And so I'm going to put the Queen of Wands here with her cat. And this energy is much younger, almost childlike. And so I will give it the star. The Queen of Cups. Yeah, right. And the Ten of Wands. These burdens are on purpose and you wear them because you care. Through your ancestry, you learn mastery of passion and emotion. Of the hope that's in despair. You carry generations on your back. And yet your light is air. The ancestral fire. You are the torchbearer. You carry the fire. You are the carrier. You are the vessel. All the healing comes through you. I'm hearing laissez-faire. This is incredibly beautiful and powerful and a welcome break from some of the heavy energies that have been coming through. So leave me a comment and let me know how this resonated. If you need to reach out to me, you can reach out to me there. Or the information to contact me is in the description box below. This is very beautiful energy you're carrying forward. And thank you so much for doing so. We'll see you soon. Okay, pile number 5, welcome to your reading. Please keep in mind that this is a channeled or can be channeled messages. It depends. Different things come through. Some ancestors show me images and I translate them. Some say things to me. Some come through me. So we'll see what comes through here. We have the 2 cards that I'll start with, and then we'll take a look at the tarot cards. You will know very quickly if this is your message or not. We have the Spirit of Initiation and the Shaman of Song. So I'm getting this feeling of bounding forward. There was a parasite in the water, and it killed daughters and sons. The clock wound backwards. Someone moved and the progress that was made went back. There's a violin. There's a violin player. Mistress of song. Heed the helping hand of the ancestor who guides you with her song. She screams when you are not listening. She asks you to continue on. You are the bearer of this music, and it is not for you to keep it. It is how you heal. Not only yourself, but others. You are gifted confusion at the same time, but if you sing, even if you're confused, you are on the right path. And bounding forward beyond a boundary. All the B words, big, beautiful. So much alliteration from this ancestor. Our coming, our coming, our goings, our goings. Our coming, our coming. Was meant to be growing and it went backwards. So there was some sort of progress. This woman with the violin, this time was meant to be a time for growth, and it sent them back. There's so much crying, so much regret. King of Swords. It was a good idea. The Nine of Swords that turned into a nightmare. The Page of Cups. You're looking right at the answer and a new beginning and an offer of healing. The Three of Cups. There are two others who will help you. And the Eight of Rods. You will deliver your message through the internet. This is how you will carry out the song. You know the roaming song. You know the speaking tongue. This is all I have for you. Pile number 5, thank you for joining me.